we know how good this team can be. We saw it in the non-con. We saw them beat the brakes off of FAU at FAU, a team that's still probably going to finish fourth or fifth in the conference, maybe third if they start playing better ball. So we've seen them at their heights, but we are way too familiar with the lows that this team can have. Saw it last year, and I don't want to keep comparing this team to last year's team because it's a brand new different ball club, and I don't want to keep doing it. But at the same
But there's
time,
a little PTSD there that
yeah, of course.
you can't get out of your head.
Of course, and like that's why the discussion is going to be rampant until Memphis, hell, goes undefeated in conference play and then goes win the AAC tournament, and then everyone will stop with the last year this year comparison. But as long as Memphis keeps playing these really heart pounding, heart stopping games against these poor teams in the conference, that discourse is going to continue. I think Memphis is at the very least going to be in every single game they play in the AAC because they have such talented guard play who knows how to play in crunch time. Now, will they blow out every team in the AAC? Probably not, because we've seen the results at this point. But I don't think I would be shocked if you saw like Memphis against Tulsa last year, where they just let go of the rope, and just gave up, and they just looked like they didn't care anymore. I just don't think you'll see that from this team. Do you agree with me or no?
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you because defensively they're just a better ball club altogether. But one thing that has been interesting to watch is it feels like this team sometimes has to get punched in the mouth before they realize, hey, let me lock in, let me make some things happen. You saw it at the end of the game, after ECU mounted their massive comeback. And then we've also seen it like multiple times in the early year. We were talking about first halves. Being a drag, and then the second half they would pick it up and make some things happen. But yeah, I think they'll be in every game because they're more talented. They play good defense. They tend to pull the rope a little bit harder if they're struggling on the offensive end. I think they'll be in every game, but that's not considering the conference. That's not enough. I mean, I was talking about it on and shameless plug here, but it's on the same network here, believe at Bluff City Media Podcast Network. But on the Bluff Podcast releases every single Tuesday at noon. But we were looking at the Basketball Power Index according to ESPN, and the most likely they are to lose a game from this point on is March 2nd against UAB, and they still have a 74.2% chance to win that game. So these should be massive margins. That's what it should be. But we'll see how it all goes. It's just, I think we have the same conversation just about every year. We definitely had this conversation last year. It's just the intensity and you're locked in, the level of locked inness that you have to have in these conference games as compared to your non-con. It just has to stay at the same level, even though that's really hard to do because fans aren't showing up. You're playing terrible teams. You just have to find a way to treat every game the same.